Anybody recognize these? They are vintage snowshoes, and I think you're going to like this project. So come hang out for just a little while, and we will do this project together. Let me see if I can get it together here. You can comment the word snow to get all the stuff to make this. Let's see if I can type. I can indeed. All right. So welcome to the party. Thanks for joining me. All right, I'm going to use a little makeup sponge, and I'm dipping this just in plain water right here. I just poured some onto this little color tray just to help me. And I'm using black paint, okay? So I want to water this down quite a bit. So I'm just trying to tap some of it off. I don't want this to be super dark, and it is super dark, so that's good, I guess. I was wanting this to be more like a stain, but I guess we're going full on black here. That's fine. So these cutouts are vintage snowshoes. They are pretty detailed too. The laser cutouts are amazing. They have a lot of detail on the snowshoe part where you put your feet. Plus, they're also, hi Alma, hey Joni and Stephanie, hi Nicole, how are you ladies? Hey Christine, welcome. Super detailed. Let me see if I can pick this up and show you without dumping this all over the floor. So, they have like a score, they have score lines on the center part that make it look like it's like that, wicker sort of, whatever that pattern is. Hi Sandra, how are you? Was there an update? You mean, did I send out a notification? Is that what you mean? Hello from Indiana, Christine. Welcome. Hi, Shirley. How are you, love? Welcome. Thanks for joining me, y'all. So, yeah, I really like this. I saw an example of a project that somebody did with these, with the same cutout. And immediately I'm like, oh, I have to have that. Yes, I did send it. If you didn't get it, you can send me a message to my business page and just send the word start, and it'll sign you up for notifications. Or if you comment the keyword here, you'll get the message chain and you can click on get notifications. So if you're not currently getting live updates whenever I go live, you can comment the keyword and you'll get the thing that you can click on there. Or you can just send me a message that says the word start. Either one works. It'll work just fine. Okay, so this is way darker than what I wanted. Hi, Lisa. How are you? What's going on? We're going to use this transfer that says, say it ain't snow tonight. I love this transfer. It's so cute. And I wanted to do it with a snowman, but I feel like a snowman would kind of want snow. But I think these vintage snowshoes will work just as well. Okay, so they're about 14 inches tall. I'm also going to do the words, the letters for the cutouts, or whatever I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying. The cutouts for the transfer in black as well. And I meant to pull out paste. I guess I didn't. Oh no. Well, I probably didn't wait a few minutes to go live, but I do send the notification before I'm actually live. It's a little bit easier for me. So if you clicked on the link and it brought you to my page and I wasn't quite live yet, then that's probably what it was. Sorry about that. But I do try to go live immediately afterwards, because if not, people won't find me and they'll be confused why I sent out a notification saying, hey, I'm live, and then I'm not live. So I do try to do it immediately, but I don't like going live first, because then I have to fiddle around with trying to get my notification out. And I don't want you to have to watch that, okay? It's a mess. So if I can be as organized as possible, that's how I would like to do it. All right, so I'm just tapping this on. I am trying my best not to make this full on black, but it's not working great. Would highly recommend, if you want to use a stain with paint, to use a baby wipe instead of one of these, because it gives a little bit too full of coverage with a makeup sponge. Just a tip. All right. So I did pull out some ribbon too. I like this ribbon. And I have shimmer shadow. I mean, shimmer. What am I thinking? Shimmer frost paint. I don't know what I was saying, but shimmer frost paint. I was looking at this black paint thinking shimmer shadow. We're going to use shimmer frost. It's white with a little bit of shimmer in it. And I think that'll be perfect for this. And then I have some embellishments that I pulled out. Hopefully it will all come together. But the great thing about this, not painting it super thick, is that it's dry fast. So I'm going to pull all of these off of here just to make some room for myself. And then I have that other cardboard sheet. I'm going to pull that off too. Hi Marie, how are you? Oh, I'm sorry you're hurting. I hope you feel better soon. I do. All right. Look how cute these are, y'all. This is going to be so cute. I'm hoping that this will be a leaner, but you could also hang it too, like make a door hanger. But I want to make it as like a leaner. So we're going to give that a try. I don't know. I've only like thought about this partially, but we're going to use this too. This is a simple shape that you can get in my shop. Whenever you comment the word snow, you'll get the link to get all the stuff I'm using on sale, okay? All you got to do is have paste and a little bit of paint. Okay, I've got black paint spots all over my hands. Comment the word snow. I can add October too, I guess. Hi, Melissa, how are you? All right, so let me pull all this together. So there's obviously 4 letters for the word snow. And then I also have this little part that says say it ain't as one piece, okay? So that's just one piece. That way you don't have a bunch of tiny pieces falling all over the place and all that kind of nonsense. Okay, and we're going to do this a letter at a time. Luckily, it's not a big, long word. And I think, yeah. How to figure out which side was up on this. The words. I am not going to wax this either because this should fit perfectly and just only stick a little bit to the actual cutouts. Like the tiniest bit. So, and it does. It's perfect. I just love that whenever these fit perfectly. Seriously. It works great whenever they fit. I didn't even have my light on. I didn't need it, really. It's kind of bright now. So I'm one day closer to getting my glasses, thank God. I've been using my readers at work during the day, and I'm not straining my eyes as bad, which is awesome. But because they're not prescription, it's hard on my eyes. I didn't realize, because it's got the same strength on both eyes, and both my eyes are not bad. It's bothering me, but it is definitely helping, so that's wonderful. And now when I look at everything, like words, especially small little words mainly, I'm like surprised that I have not seen clearly in a minute. Okay, it's been a little while, but since I've actually not had fuzziness whenever I'm reading stuff, and I just think that's interesting that I've just lived my life not realizing that it's an easy fix. So I'm hoping that these new glasses that I got, they're coming on the 30th, will be perfect for me because I'm ready to see clearly whenever I'm reading. Now, like everyday stuff, it's fine. I don't need it. Like driving or whatever, I don't really need it. It's just to read fine print, really. And to thread a needle. As I said, I could not thread a needle, and that's what scared me the most. This is Shimmer Shadow. My gosh, this is Shimmer Frost. I don't know what I'm saying. It is white with a little bit of shimmer in it. I think it's going to be perfect. Oh, yeah, it's going to be perfect. I can see it now. All right. The perfect snow color. And you know that shimmer that snow gets? I just love it. This just works perfectly for it every time. So, get that on there and just like that. We're nearly done already now. This one is, I think, going to be an easy project. The hardest part about this one is going to be the floral for me. I'm no florist. I always would have loved that job though. I took a floral design class in high school and I absolutely loved that class. That was one of my favorite classes that I ever have taken. And I would have loved to do that. I don't know about y'all, but it opened up my crafty side. And I feel like I was pretty good at it. Plus, we got to make a floral design every other day in that class and bring one home. Because we had an every other day schedule. We had a red day and a white day. Those were our colors at my high school. And on red days, we go to 4 classes. And on white days, we went to the other set of classes. So, I know some schools do A, B, whatever their colors are, maybe. I don't know. But that's what we did. And it was awesome. I loved that so much. Really enjoyed it. And, you know, I didn't know what to think about it. But my mom always did flowers, like, for every one of my dances and stuff like that. My mom always made my corsage and a boutonniere. For weddings, my mom always put together the flowers. For like at least a couple of my cousins' weddings, my mom did the flowers for. And some of her friends and stuff. She is very talented though. My mom is a baker. She worked in a bakery before I was ever born. And my mom can make cakes, y'all. Like, cakes. All of the wedding cakes. Really? Wow. So, my viewer Lori was telling me, oh my gosh, I love that. That's such a great story, Christine. So, my viewer Lori, who's on here most nights, said that she's had glasses since she was 18 months old, y'all. And that just boggles my mind. I can't possibly fathom how they test a baby's eyes. Okay, I don't know. I know she explained it to me. Hi, Mom. She explained it to me one time whenever she first told me about this, but I just think that's incredible. But, you know, I never needed glasses before now. And the thing is I always thought it was witchcraft. Whenever I'd go to the eye doctor, and they would flip between the things, and I could never tell the difference between different, the different lenses and they would flip so fast. I always thought it was just nonsense, okay? And then the one pair of glasses that I did buy a long time ago from an eye doctor, I didn't even need them, okay? The prescription was so weak. That guy made money off of me, and he should not have, because that was a waste of my dollars. Look how cute that is. It's layered, of course. Let's put the other one together, and then we'll get the rest of this project on the road. But this time, I could tell the difference on most of them. Now, some of them, it was such a slight difference that I did have to have her slow down a little bit, which she did. She was very kind. That's the other thing, too. They flip through them so fast, and I'm like, slow the heck down, okay? But, yeah, so I wish they could just shine a laser into my eye or something and tell me what my vision is so that I don't have to try and go through that. You know, like how they take the picture or whatever of your eyeball, and they can show you your eyeball. That's what they need to do. Okay. And tell you what your vision is. So if any of you are like inventors or whatever, that's what we need. Oh my gosh, I love this already. So just this little sign alone is just so darling. I love it already. You can comment the word snow to get this stuff to make all of this. Let me make sure this is not going to be cockeyed. You know, I put things on, I glue things on, and then it's sometimes it's not right. And I look at it later and I'm like, oh no, that's not good. But it'll be fine. So I did not see a need to wax these cutouts. I don't think I even fuzzed my transfer because hardly any of it even stuck to the cutouts. So that's good. Now, if I was using that whole transfer on a different kind of surface, like if I would have done that transfer on this board, absolutely you need to fuzz it, okay? Don't you not be fuzzing it. Look how stinking cute. Isn't it pretty? That alone right there is perfect. Okay, uh-oh. Let's see how we're going to do this. So I didn't realize the sign was so big. But I think that it will be good if I do it right there. And what I was thinking, now this is, I don't know if this is going to be good or not. We're going to find out. I'm glad you like it, Melissa. Thank you. All right, so I think I want to make my bow, of course, but here's what I'm thinking for all of this business. Let's see if I can trim this down. So I like to use, I have some of these wire cutters in my room, and I use them for cutting floral only. I stole them from Chris, and I think they were pretty new whenever he first got them, and now they're mine. Okay, I've taken them. Now, I was thinking I could put this could go behind, and I'm only going to use these berries, okay? That's all I have is the berries. Let's see if I can trim this. And then I also have the bow, and I was thinking that the bow could be behind too. So that's what I think I'm going to do. But now that I have that kind of a picture in my brain hole, I have 3 pieces of each of these different, very different ribbons, okay? Some of them I got from Sam's. If you don't have a Sam's Club membership, that's fine. But they do have ribbon at Sam's, which I didn't know that until I randomly found a group on Facebook that's called Sam's Ribbon or Sam's Club Ribbon or something like that. And so, of course, I went immediately to Sam's, and it helped that my cousin worked there at the time. And so she got me hooked up with a membership, and I got myself a bunch of ribbon. Let's see if I can. Now, I just crisscrossed these, okay? Like in a cross shape. And I'm going to just take this and I'm going to squunch it together in the center. Just really any old way that you can squunch it is good. Now, I cut these kind of long. What length are these? About 12 inches each, okay? Because I wanted to put it behind my thing. Now, I'm using some little 4-inch zip ties that I got from Amazon. I bought a big thing of them for this purpose because it makes it so much easier to make bows instead of trying to tie a knot or use floral ribbon, wire or whatever. I can just tighten up a zip tie and ta-da, right? Easy, easy. And then use my little wire cutters, or you can use scissors too. Trim that little tail off of there, and boom. You got a really sturdy bow, okay? So now I'm going to just take this and I'm going to pull all my tails apart so that you can really see all the different ribbons that I have in here. There's a bunch of different ones. And I'm noticing now, y'all, you know what I did, right? I'm like noticing that I'm missing ribbons out of this. And you know where they were. They were on the floor because they fell a minute ago and I didn't realize that. So let's add them in and we'll do another zip tie. How about that? Hi, Becky. How are ya? And that'll be fine. This is a big bundle of ribbon though. So I have another stash of zip ties, I thought, in here. Some bigger ones. Well, I thought I did. Maybe I do. Curiouser and Curiouser. I don't know what I've done with those, but we're gonna, look, we can attach this together. That's what we'll do. Okay, solving problems, crafting, creating problems, first of all, and also solving them. It's fine. It'll be okay. All right. There we go. Make yourself a long zip tie by attaching two of them together. Trim those tails again. And figure out that you don't have all your ribbon as you're putting it together, okay? Literally, I told y'all, I cut 3 of each. You should have warned me that I didn't have them all. Okay, here we go. Now, I'm going to separate all these out. And I do, in fact, now have all 3 of each on each side, okay? I did do it kind of in a cross pattern so that it would be a little more spread out. And this is all wired ribbon. You can use, you don't have to use wired ribbon, okay? I use both a lot of the time. Hi, Sue. How are ya? And unwired ribbon works okay, too. You want to make it a little bit shorter because it just will flop. It won't stay where you put it if it's not wired, okay? So I'll just flatten out the back a little bit. There's my bow, okay? Now, here's my thought. Now, this bow is giant, okay? And I wanted it to be big because I wanted it to go behind, okay? And kind of poke up from the back. And then I've got my little, these doohickeys, and I feel like I can attach them into the bow as well, okay? So I'm gonna first glue these 2 bad boys together. And I want to make sure that the bottom is at the same height or whatever, right? So that I can be sure that they're gonna stand together. Okay, now hopefully I've done this correctly. Not really, but that's okay, because you're not gonna be able to see that with the bow. Disguising it, okay? We've got this. Together we can do anything. Okay, now, you could even, honestly, you could even take another zip tie and attach it through this, and I'm tempted to do that too, just to like give it that little bit of extra oomph to hold on. And with these little bitties, I'm gonna need probably 2 or 3 of them. So that's the other thing we're gonna do. Send this baby through here. I pulled that way too tight. I shouldn't have done that so much. But I'm going to take it through the holes here. And then that way, my bow can be attached to this and I can glue it. And it's secure, okay? That way I don't have to try and fuss with a ton of glue on this thing, okay? And it'll hold that way. I am going to put glue on it too, but that way I don't have to fool with it too much. All right, let's see here if I can. Now these are 14 by 4. Each of these snowshoes are 14 by 4. Let's see. Oh, that's perfect. It's cute. All right, now I think I'm gonna add glue as I go here. Now, I want to take my little stems and just try and, oops, put them to where they're going to be seen, but not like too much. And not only from the top, but also I think from the bottom. I would like to see them. So I'm just shoving them in there for right now, and then I'm gonna come back and add glue. But I wanna make sure that I have my placement figured out first. Okay. Before ooh, that's cute. All right. And then we can just come back in here and glue this baby on. Let's see where I can shove this one in. Okay. Just like that. Give her some glue. And I think that that's going to work really nicely. Okay. And then, ooh, as I'm doing this, I'm also adding a little bit of glue under here and just sticking that ribbon down. But not just depending on glue is perfection. Okay. And then I just used couple of the little back sides to stick those little zip ties through just to help reinforce this whole thing. And then my little sign can sit right on top of my ribbon. So I'm going to just put a lot of glue on here. Okay. Now again, you could finagle some way to attach this that isn't just glue, but I think this will be fine. It's just going to be like a shelf sitter leaning. And I think that might be good right there. Oh my gosh. Look how cute that turned out. And it can just lean like on a dresser or a buffet or something up against a wall. So you can comment the word snow and you can get the link to get the cutouts that I used, the transfer I used, and the ribbon. Most of it came from Sam's Club. Some of it is at Amazon and other places too, but I think that works perfect. So I hope y'all love this. Look at it. And make sure you comment snow. Isn't it adorable? Yeah, the bow turned out perfect for this, didn't it? I just love it. These vintage snowshoes are super cute. And really am loving attaching that bow with some zip ties. So check that out. Try it. I just used some 4-inch zip ties attached together to make a really big zip tie. I think 3 of them I used. Okay? I love you all, and I mean that when I say it. I hope that you have a great night tonight, and I will see you tomorrow. Good night.